What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Better Baseball. As usual, I'm Patrick Hennessy. Hope everyone's having a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Dude, I keep forgetting the days just because every day's feeling so damn good. Hope everybody's doing well. If you're watching on replay, appreciate you more than life, too. But yeah, dude, vibes are high. We are, 5-6 days into the baseball season now. I'm not going to lie, maybe today's a little bit, less vibes than normal days because for some reason, I think, every team is playing a 1 o'clock game today. I think the only night games, I think there's actually only one night game today, and that's the, who's the only night game? It's the, Blue Jays Royals, and that's at 7:40. Bro, besides that, every single game is at 4 o'clock or earlier. I genuinely think that, 1 o'clock Wednesday games should be banned. Bro, there should be no weekday day games ever in the history of life. Baseball is meant to be played at night. What are we doing with these 1 o'clock Wednesday games with every team in baseball? Whatever, dude. Who cares? Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Shout out to Leo, Hamir, Jamir. Sorry if I mispronounced. That's why I hit both pronunciations. We got Not So Family Fun Vision. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. He says Miami won 1-0. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Unfortunately, my Joey Gallo bet didn't hit. You guys remember from yesterday, I bet Gallo over half a home run, so at least one home run yesterday. He didn't get that because Sandy Alcantara pitched an absolute gem. An under 2-hour gem, bro. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Orioles calling up Grayson Rodriguez, who's the number 7 prospect in all of baseball. Apparently, he's a stud left-handed pitcher, I believe. So we'll kind of do a little research into him. And then last off, I want to talk about the Brewers a little bit. Just because when we were doing our preseason, prediction, ranking, whatever you want to call it, I really pissed on the Brewers. And, dude, maybe I was wrong because they dominated Max Scherzer. And in the last 2 games against the Mets, they've scored 19 runs and given up 0. Just saying, dude. We'll talk about that, though. But yeah, first of all, let's get right into Sandy Alcantara because, bro, this dude's out on looking for double Cy Young, bro, because obviously he won Cy Young last year. His first start of the season against the Mets wasn't all that great, to be honest with you, but maybe that kind of sparked a little vengeance inside of him. First start of the season against the Mets, I believe he went 5 1/3, gave up 3 earned runs. But then yesterday, bro, get ready for this line that we got from Sandy Alcantara. He went 9 innings, complete game, 3 hits, no earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, in an under 2-hour game, bro. Under 2-hour game. That's kind of, if you would have told me last season, we were going to have an under 2-hour game in the first week of the season, I would have been bro, you're psychotic. But obviously, I think Sandy's one of those pitchers who kind of works quick anyway, and now with the pitch clock, it just makes things even quicker. Not going to lie, if I paid, well, you're not really paying good money to go to a Marlins game, but if I paid good money to go to that game, bro, I'd be pissed off. Because, you kind of want to get your money's worth at that point, right? If you're sitting home, it doesn't really matter. But if you're at the game, yeah, maybe I want to see more than, an hour and 57 minutes of baseball. Just a thought, dude. I mean, it's not the be-all, end-all, just a thought. But, yeah, dude, listen, all it took was 100 pitches, bro. Of those 100 pitches, 68 were strikes. He's also the first pitcher since 2018 to throw a complete game within his team's first 6 games of the season. Bro, keep that in mind. Literally the first time since 2018 we've seen a complete game this early in the year. Insane. And I think Sandy kind of gets slept on a little bit just because the fact that he does play for the Marlins, and the Marlins aren't really that oomph of a team. You know, I like to use that a lot. They don't seem to have that star power. They're not really in the playoffs, or you guys get what I mean. And I think Sandy kind of gets lost in the sauce of that. But dude, when he pulls out performances like this, it's tough to even question why. You know what I mean? He's just the dog, and it makes it really obvious as to how he won Cy Young last year. And to be honest, bro, he could win it again this year. I mean, the NL isn't really stacked when it comes to elite starting pitching. I mean, you got Corbin Burns, who's up there too. Max Scherzer, he kind of fumbled yesterday. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But kind of speaking of this game as a whole, it really, listen, I love Joey Gallo. I do. And I know he's been like red hot to start the season, but when I made that bet, at least one home run, I didn't really take into account that Sandy Alcantara was on the mound. That's my fault. That's my fault for not doing the proper research. However, maybe Gallo goes yard today. I'm not saying to double down and being like, yo, Gallo didn't go yard yesterday, but he's going to go yard today. I think it's very possible. The Marlins Twins play at 1 o'clock today. First, let me make sure Joey Gallo's in the starting lineup. Okay, Gallo's not even in the starting lineup. So, dude, do not take that bet again today. Do not run that back. Although, the odds would be probably extremely in your favor. Because, dude, like, let's say he comes in as a pinch hitter, cracks one, wouldn't be shocked. But, yeah, I mean, Jesus Luzardo on the mound for Miami. Pablo Lopez on the mound for Minnesota. I think also what this Sandy Alcantara game kind of also fed to me was that my narrative of, like, everyone's sleeping on the Marlins maybe seems to be kind of true. Like, I know we're looking at a stacked National League East division, but the Marlins aren't a bad team, bro, by any stretch of the imagination. To start off the season, what's their record? Like 3-2 or something like that? They are 2-4, actually. All right, well, okay, dude, listen, it's 6 games into the season, give them a break. But they're 2-4 to start the season. Bro, that's only 1 game shy of what the Mets are right now, so everyone, like, take a chill pill. But I'm looking at the Marlins lineup for today. Jazz Chisholm, Jorge Soler, Garrett Cooper, Avisail Garcia, Fortes, Jesus Sanchez, Gene Segura, John Birdie. And then Hampson at second base. It's not great, but it's not awful. Like, dude, this is a team that could finish in third place, maybe sneak their way into a playoff spot. But if you have Sandy doing his thing all season, you're vibing. You're vibing, dude. And also, that's taking into account that Ariz isn't playing today, Gurriel's not playing today, and Wendell's not playing today. So, keep that in mind. But, yeah, I mean, today's kind of an interesting pitching matchup for the Marlins in general. Maybe not as interesting as yesterday, but Pablo Lopez is on the mound for Minnesota, going up against the Marlins, you know, the team that traded him for Luis Ariz, and kind of a weird deal there, but whatever. He's yet to give up an earned run this season. And then Jesus Luzardo is on the mound for Miami. He's yet to give up a home run this season as well. So, one of the O's has got to go. I know. Dude, we hear that so often, like, in the fight game. Now we're hearing it in baseball. Just saying. But yeah, bro, one of the O's has got to go today. Whether that is Pablo Lopez or Jesus Luzardo, stay tuned. But, kind of like culminating this whole topic here, Sandy Alcantara is a dog. If anybody wants to, like, counter that argument, I don't think you can. I don't even think it's an argument at this point. Sandy Alcantara is a dog. That's really all I have to say. Yo, getting into topic number 2. Grayson Rodriguez was called up by the Baltimore Orioles. This is cool for them, honestly. He is ranked the number 7 prospect in all of baseball. The Orioles... Oh, no, he's a right-handed pitcher. Going back to what I said before, he's not a lefty, bro. Correcting myself. But, yeah, he's the number 7 prospect in all of baseball. He's 23 years old. He bats lefty. Throws right-handed. Probably won't see him hitting at all, though. Looking at his scouting grades, he has a 70 grade fastball, 50 grade curveball, 60 slider, 70 changeup, 60 control, overall 60. Listen, dude, I love when, like, we're seeing top prospects make their major league debut, because you never really know what to expect, right? It's like Grayson Rodriguez could come out today. Who are the Orioles playing? I think that really makes a difference for it too. Because, bro, if he's going up against, like, the Astros, for example, he's screwed. All right, he's going up against the Rangers. Granted, the Rangers aren't the best team in baseball, but they've kind of had a decent start to the season. So that's going to be at 2 o'clock today. He's going to step on the mound for the first time at the major league level. Bro, I'm kind of looking forward to it because I kind of said in the preseason predictions, the Orioles are like a sneaky team to watch this year because they have all this enticing young talent coming up soon, right? They have the Gunnar Hendersons. Adley Rutschman, bro, he's not even a prospect anymore. He's just an absolute dog at this point. And then you got, I said Gunnar Henderson. Bro, the Orioles kind of have a stacked farm system. Kind of wild if you think about it. They're top 30, yeah, bro. And then they're number 3 prospect. So Gunnar Henderson's number 1, Grayson Rodriguez number 2. Number 3 is Jackson Holliday, who they just drafted last year. He's 19 years old, bro. His ETA isn't until 2025, but he's the son. of Matt Holliday, in case you were wondering. Yankee legend Matt Holliday. And then Colton Cowser is their number 4 guy. I don't know where he ranks in terms of Major League Baseball. But, yeah, dude. The Orioles farm system's looking good. But regardless, if I had to, like, predict what Grayson Rodriguez is going to do today, I think he gets shelled. Dude, I know. I'm like sitting here hyping up. Ooh, the Orioles have like good prospects. I think Grayson Rodriguez gets shelled today. Is that harsh for me to say in this dude's Major League debut? Yeah, for sure. But I'm not gonna ignore what my gut is telling me. And I'm looking at a Rangers lineup that's kind of had a nice start to the season, and I think they're gonna abuse him, bro. But it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, right? Like getting shelled in your Major League debut, it builds character. It's like you know like what else builds character in life? Like let's say you ask like your crush out to the prom and she rejects you. All right, like it's gonna hurt in the moment, but in the future it builds character, long-term character development. So Grayson Rodriguez, if you get shelled today, that's okay, because you're gonna sit back, you're gonna reflect on what happened, and you're gonna move forward. It might actually be a good thing if he gets shelled today. Maybe that's a little too far. Maybe like, okay, you guys get what I'm saying. Whatever. Leo says, do we think the Marlins are going to make it to the top today? Make it to the top, or that they will win the World Series? What do you mean make it to the top? What does that mean? Am I missing something? Sorry. But speaking of that Orioles-Rangers game, the Orioles are kind of like an interesting team to watch this year. Like I said, just because I think they're a little bit slept on, and I think that they're the definition of a ceiling that's extremely low, but they also have, a floor that's extremely low, but I also think that their high is extremely high. I think that if the Orioles have everything kind of fall in their favor this year, they might be a playoff team. Looking at their lineup, and it's pretty solid, dude. You're looking at Cedric Mullins, Adley Rutschman, Anthony Santander, Ryan Mountcastle, Gunnar Henderson. Then you got Favre, Hayes, Frazier, Mateo. Solid, bro. Jorge Mateo might freaking like steal 80 bags this year. I think he already has 3 or 4 or something. He has 4 stolen bases so far this season. He might steal 80. Former Yankee prospect Jorge Mateo. But yo, one last thing I won't mention about this Orioles game that's super intriguing. Grayson Rodriguez is making his Major League debut going up against Jacob deGrom. That's kind of cool. It's also kind of cool how deGrom is 2 starts into the season, and he's not hurt yet. Bro, that's dope. Shout out to Jacob deGrom. It's kind of sad we have to say that, but yeah. Leo says that they will win today. The Marlins? That's kind of a game I would stay away from, just for the sole purpose of, bro, I think it's always difficult to like bet on a game where you have 2 really good starting pitchers, because I feel like at that point it's kind of like a coin toss, you know what I mean? But if I had to make a pick, I'd probably say Twins, bro. I think the Twins win today, just for the sole purpose of like the Marlins have a couple of their key guys out. Also for the sole purpose, the main purpose I'd pick the Twins today over the Marlins is because Pablo Lopez is going to absolutely dog in his return to Miami. You know, like, I just get that vibe where it's like, if I was Pablo Lopez, for example, I'd be pitching this like it's the game of my life. You're returning to the team that just traded you a month ago or whatever. Now you want to show them what you're made of? I'm picking the Twins. And then also, Joey Gallo, pinch hit home run later in the game. Book it. But, yeah, that's all I have to say about Grayson Rodriguez, bro. I know I kind of said, like, it would be good if he got shelled. I hope you don't get shelled, Grayson. I hope you don't get shelled. But, yeah, going into topic number 3, that is the Brewers, bro. The Brewers are kind of interesting. And I feel like I've been saying that about a lot of teams this year, but I think that's because I kind of came into the year doubting so many ball clubs. And now I'm kind of, like, looking on the flip side, and I don't know, maybe I was, like, sleeping on them. But before we get into that, Ezekiel says, do you think the Reds and Cubs under 4 first 5 innings today? That's actually interesting. Let me look at the pitching matchup for that Reds-Cubs game real quick. Bro, if you got, like, 2 scrubs on the mound, probably not. Just because, dude, I think we're kind of sleeping on the Cubs offense, too. Oh, Hunter Green, Marcus Stroman? Yeah, dude. I think under 4 first 5 innings for sure. I think Hunter Green rebounds from his first start. And Marcus Stroman kind of like just keeps doing what he was doing in his first start. So yeah, I think I'd probably hit the under 4 for the first 5 innings of that Cubs-Reds game today. It's actually currently in a rain delay. It was supposed to start at 12:30, but we'll see. Hopefully they play. If not, that would kind of suck. But yeah. Brewers, bro. The Brewers absolutely dominated Max Scherzer. They hit back to back to back. I want to say to back, but back to back to back home runs, bro. Now, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, Max Scherzer's washed, because he's not. Just a really, really tough performance. I mean, really tough outing from him. The Brewers' offense is kind of just awoken in the past couple days against the Mets. Like I said earlier, in the past 2 games, they have scored 19 runs, given up 0. Against the Mets, who are a pretty solid team coming into the year, at least. Dude, the Brewers might be like, I guess I could say slept on. I guess I could say the Brewers are slept on. At the end of the day, I don't think they're going to be a playoff team, but I definitely think that their offense is proving that they're capable of more than I thought they were. They're playing the Mets again at 1:40 today. It's Corbin Burnes versus David Peterson. Burnes didn't have a great first start, but I think it's almost guaranteed that he's going to bounce back today. But I'm looking at their lineup, bro, and it's like nothing that'll stick out to you on paper, right? I mean, you got Mike Brasseur leading off. You got Willie Adames, Christian Yelich, William Contreras, Luke Voit, Brian Anderson, Jesse Winker, Owen Miller, and then whoever the hell Weimer is, and he's in center field. It kind of just feels like a lineup that is like the island of misfit toys a little bit. Is that mean for me to say? Like, I'm looking at Mike Brasseur. Dude was like solid with the Rays for that 1 year. Disappears. Now all of a sudden he's solid with the Brewers. Willie Adames, another Rays reject. I don't want to say reject, but like he comes over the Brewers. He's still solid. Christian Yelich, completely fallen off the face of the earth from that 2018 and 2019 seasons. William Contreras will always be known as the brother of Wilson. And then Luke Voit, Yankee wash-up. Brian Anderson is apparently a dog now. Dude, we all remember Brian Anderson with the Marlins. He came up as a top prospect, I believe. Didn't really live up to expectations. He started off this season ridiculously. He's batting .533 with 3 home runs and 10 RBIs. Bro, if you want to pick somebody to hit a home run today, probably go with Brian Anderson. Brian Anderson versus David Peterson sounds like almost an automatic home run. Just saying. And then they got Jesse Winker, Owen Miller, and then Weimer. Bro, the Brewers lineup is so strange. But I think that they have potential of being good. Obviously, they put up 19 runs in these past 2 games. But I will sit here and say I underrated the Brewers lineup. I think that this is the kind of the same similar situation to the Baltimore Orioles, where I'm looking at a floor of this lineup that's super low, but I'm looking at a high that's super high, bro. If we saw what the Brewers lineup is capable of if they're firing on all cylinders, and if they fire on all cylinders multiple times this season, we could be looking at a deadly lineup. And then, obviously, we know that their pitching rotation is pretty good, too. So, maybe that's why I'm saying that I was sleeping on the Brewers. Especially, I think we have to take into account, too, that I think that they can take advantage of a very weak NL Central, where there isn't really a team that stands out too much in terms of, like, yo, they're a lock to win the division, right? I mean, the Cardinals, sure, they're a good team, but I don't think that their pitching staff is too great. The Cubs are a sleeper team this year, but, I mean, they need everything to go right for them. So, bro, maybe I was sleeping on the Brewers, okay? I'm man enough to admit when I was doubting somebody, and I was doubting them, okay? Leo Bias says, do you think the EA Sports curse will get the Marlins this year because the MLB The Show cover? No. I think it's actually going to be the opposite. Like, if I were to predict a big year from anybody this year, I think it would be Jazz Chisholm. I think he's, like, destined to have a massive year. And that's not just because, like, he has all the hype of coming off last season, MLB The Show cover or whatever. I think that he's poised for a big year. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if Jazz hits 30. Just throwing that one out there, bro. And also, that would be an amazing thing for baseball because it would kind of catapult Jazz Chisholm into being, like, a mainstream star. As of right now, he's kind of just, like, a lesser-known MLB star, I guess. But I think if he has a solid, really solid year this year, I think that kind of like catapults him into more like mainstream casual sports fan world. But yeah, trying to think, bro. I'm trying to like predict some other games for today, but it's kind of weird because they're all so close from now, and it's annoying. But one guy who one game where I would keep an eye on too, if you guys like aren't at work or doing anything today or at school, I don't know, bro. Wednesday day games suck. But at 1 o'clock, Yankees Phillies, Aaron Nola versus Garrett Cole. It's going to be a great pitching matchup, bro. I mean, you're talking about two aces going head to head. Aaron Nola, he obviously got off to a pretty rough start this season. He's a 12.27 ERA. I think he gave up 5 earned runs in 3 2/3 in his first start, and then obviously in Garrett Cole's first start, he dominated, bro. 11 strikeouts. I think he went 5. He went 6. Struck out 11 guys, went 6 innings. Dominant first start for him. But then, bro, he's facing a Phillies team where, dude, they kind of rebounded nicely yesterday after starting, 0-4 to start the year or something like that. Schwarber came alive. Trey Turner has been hitting as usual. So, yeah, bro, I think that's kind of the game to watch today. I think Yankees-Phillies at 1. I don't think that there's any rain in the forecast, so hopefully that kind of plays out as usual. But, yeah, keep an eye on that game. Bro, I bet the under on runs for that 100%. But, yeah. Leo says, if you guys on the Betr team pull up to the Marlins Stadium, let me know. I'll pass by to say what's up. Yeah, bro, for sure. Yeah, appreciate you all for stopping by. You guys are all legends in your own right. Don't let anybody tell you differently. If you're watching on replay, it still matters to you too. You guys know what I mean. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Probably no stream tomorrow. However, stream on Friday at noon, and then next week we're most likely kicking back to like nighttime streams. So like kind of like recapping the day. So probably like a 10:30, 11 p.m. stream. But I'll give you guys more details about that on Friday at noon. So yeah, appreciate you all for stopping by. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more. Be sure to follow Betr Baseball and just about everything, bro. We're pumping out so much damn content this season. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, you guys know the deal. The handle is right over here. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. I'll see you all next time. Appreciate you. Peace.